Good evening, and welcome to the third and final round of public meetings for the Waller County Transportation Plan. Tonight's agenda includes the welcome and background, details on the Waller County Transportation Plan, which consists of a mobility plan and a thoroughfare plan, and next steps. The study team can be identified with the word study team on the name tags. Please ask us questions. At any time, you can go to the study website, which will provide additional information on the project background, how to get involved, and the associated partners, including HGAC and TxDOT, who have partnered with Waller County and the cities to create this Waller County Transportation Plan. The Waller County Transportation Plan is an 18-month study that examined current and future transportation conditions, both within and surrounding Waller County, and it prioritized projects and policies in the form of implementation workbooks for each of the participating jurisdictions, as well as recommended revisions to the county thoroughfare plan. The study began in April 2017 with data collection and evaluation of the mobility needs in the county, in coordination with the steering committee and stakeholders. In October was the first round of public meetings to identify mobility issues and solicit feedback on improvements to existing transportation conditions. The public input was compiled, validated, and analyzed to develop draft recommendations. These draft recommendations were presented to the public in April 2018 at the second round of public meetings. Comments from this public involvement process, including coordination with the steering committee, stakeholders, and the county commissioners court, were incorporated into the final recommendations for the plan, which are being presented here tonight at the third and final round of public meetings. The purpose of the Waller County Transportation Plan is to identify major mobility issues of today and the future for all users, and to address these needs through the development of a mobility plan that specifies short and long-term mobility improvements, as well as through the update of the thoroughfare plan that preserves the long-term vision of adequate access and travel mobility and street design standards. With the vision of enhancing safety and mobility for all users while preserving the county's heritage and protecting environmentally sensitive areas. Waller County is rapidly adding residents and jobs, and with this growth comes increased traffic. As shown on one of the display boards, the study identified several areas of mobility concern, including traffic congestion, transit needs, truck traffic, safety issues, road flooding, road conditions, road connectivity, coordination of ordinances and policies, and widening of major roads. Based on the needs identified, the Waller County Transportation Plan developed short and long-term recommendations to address the mobility issues. There are 4 types of boards on display for your review and comment. These include short-term roadway recommendations, long-term roadway recommendations, bike pedestrian recommendations, and transit recommendations. Short-term, the roadway recommendations include 6 miles of new roads and 74 miles of road improvements. Long-term, the recommendations include 36 miles of new roads and 183 miles of road improvements, as well as 57 miles of hike and bike trails. Short-term roadway recommendations are those roadway improvements to be implemented relatively quickly within a 0 to 5 year time frame and require no or minimal right-of-way. The image shown on this slide presents the short-term projects in the northern part of the county. Also, there are some projects highlighted in yellow that have been identified as key projects that are recommended to be implemented as soon as possible. These projects include intersection and traffic signal modifications at US 290 at SH6, SH 159 at Austin Street, FM 1488 at Giboney Road, and along FM 1098. It also includes roadway upgrades of widening and straightening on Owens Road, Cameron Road, Wyatt Chapel Road, and James Muse Parkway, as well as access management treatment along Business 290. Also, it should be noted that exact alignments for the new roads, including Owens Road Extension, James Muse Parkway Extension, FM 359 Extension, and a new facility between 290 and Business 290, connecting FM 359 to University Drive, has not yet been determined, and that these are general alignments to show the improvement concept. The image on this slide presents the short-term projects in the southern part of the county. Also, there are some projects highlighted in yellow that have been identified as key projects that are recommended to be implemented as soon as possible. These key projects include intersection and traffic signal modifications, as well as access management treatment along US 90 and FM 359 in Pattison and Brookshire. Long-term roadway recommendations are those roadway improvements to be implemented within a 6 to 20-year time frame and require additional right-of-way. The proposed long-term projects include 5 bridge crossings across the Brazos River, including directional frontage roads for I-10 and US 290, 7 grade separations at railroad facilities along Business 290 and US 90, 14 intersection modifications, including geometric design improvements, 183 miles of roadway upgrades, including widening and straightening of roadways, and 36 miles of new roads. Draft planning level cost estimates were developed for the roadway improvements. In addition to short and long-term projects, the plan identified pavement repair improvements for those roadways surveyed in the cities as having fair to poor pavement condition. The total $840 million in roadway improvements includes a breakdown of approximately $39 million in pavement repairs, $129 million in short-term improvements, and $672 million in long-term improvements. The bike and pedestrian recommendations include a more detailed Waller County hike and bike study, wider shoulders for any new or modified roadway improvements, and multi-use paths along US 90, Old Houston Highway, existing easements, the Brazos River, and Katy Prairie Conservancy. The transit recommendations include commuter rail service to Houston, local bus service within the cities, inter-county bus service between different parts of the county, and park and ride bus service. Also, as part of the Waller County Transportation Plan, includes an update to the Thoroughfare Plan. A Thoroughfare Plan is a long-range plan that identifies the type and general location of major roadways throughout the county, intended to provide adequate access and travel mobility. This plan is designed to preserve right-of-way for future transportation facilities, to guide future investments, and to promote regional roadway connectivity and design uniformity. A Thoroughfare Plan is not a list of projects. It is not a commitment by local governments to build specific roads. It is not a survey, design, nor an engineering study. It is not a map showing alignments. It is not a ranking or a prioritization of roadway improvements. It does not have a set time frame for when projects should be completed, nor is it a financial plan or a funding mechanism. There are 2 Thoroughfare Plans on display. The first is the adopted 2012 Thoroughfare Plan for Waller County. The second Thoroughfare Plan board on display is the updated 2019 Thoroughfare Plan proposed for Waller County. Please note that the dotted lines on these maps show general roadway alignments only, which are subject to modifications to fit local conditions. The updated 2019 Thoroughfare Plan started with a development concept, which is modeled after the Waller County Strategic Plan, where most of the development would occur along Interstate 10 in the southern part of the county, US 290 in the northern part of the county, and in the northeast corner of the county. Then the density would become lower near the middle of the county and minimal development in the floodplain areas. You can see from this image that there are several differences between the 2012 Thoroughfare Plan, as shown as red, and the 2019 Thoroughfare Plan, shown in black. As a result of the development concept, there are fewer thoroughfares in the central part of the county where growth is low and where there are environmentally sensitive areas. There are more thoroughfares in the high-growth areas along I-10, US 290, as well as throughout the northeastern corner of the county, as shown by the purple highlighted areas. Additionally, east-west and north-south connectivity has been added, including 3 Brazos Rivers crossings and 1 north-south limited access facility starting at Woods Road at Interstate 10, traveling north along FM 362 and connecting to James Hughes Parkway at US 290. Please provide input and have your voice heard. Please review the boards on display and the project handout, and you can fill out a comment card today and slip it into the comment card box. Or you can submit your comments online via the website. After this public comment period ends on August 31st, the study team will incorporate any final comments and finalize the Thoroughfare Plan for adoption, and finalize the Waller County Transportation Plan document. Thank you for your participation this evening. Please feel free to reach out to the HGAC Project Manager, Carlene Mullins, or reference the project website at www.hgacmpo.com/Waller County. Have a good evening.